From disloyalty to baseless criticism, there are cardinal sins that you can commit in the presence of a high-value man. And once you've committed the sin, there is no coming back. High-value men have certain standards for themselves, and they expect their partners to have those qualities that match those standards of respect and honesty. So if you're looking to tap into the company of these top-tier men, you have to make sure that you avoid falling into the trap of these 11 sins that we're about to reveal to you. Take notes, because you're about to get some insider knowledge. Number 11. Dishonesty. Lying is a deal breaker in every relationship, and real players, aka high-value men, have a stellar radar for dishonesty. That's not all. They also have a zero-tolerance policy for it. Lies are the toxic waste of any connection. They erode trust and infect the essence of what keeps things together. High-value men are allergic to lies, no matter how big or small, because they don't believe in smoke and mirrors. These men like to be honest and straightforward, and the logic of why is disputable. When you lie in a relationship, you build a foundation based on deception. For men who like to establish a solid base for every relationship, that's a nightmare. Facing the truth might feel like a cold splash, but it's a damn sight better than a murky pool of lies. They're not scared of the fact because clarity, direction, and a roadmap for growth come with it. Bottom line, high-value men just don't expect honesty. They demand it. Number 10. Pushing boundaries. Boundaries are non-negotiable for high-value men. They simply don't play around when it comes to limits. These men have their limits marked on the map, and they don't let anyone mess with them. They have their limits marked on the map and won't let anyone steer them off course. More than 80% of men prefer partners who respect their relationship's boundaries. If you're a boundary-testing ninja, you must evaluate your relationship with yourself. For starters, you're not someone's personal comfort zone coach. And if you tolerate someone pushing all your buttons and invading your personal space, you're not a high-value man. Because high-value men don't let anyone steer them into uncomfortable waters. And they definitely don't let those kinds of people into their inner circle. Number 9. Drama. High-value men are magnets for positivity and all things valuable. Now what that means is they're not here for any unnecessary drama. In fact, they stay miles away from people or situations where there's even a slight bit of hint of theatrics. They've got things to do, people to see, and places to conquer. And if you're the kind of person who always finds himself amidst chaos and drama, it's time to press pause and rethink your game plan. Believe it or not, if you want to live a life like these top-tier gentlemen, you need to stop picking fights over every tiny hiccup or jumping in between every situation that does not directly relate to you. If you keep getting caught up in the whirlwind of theatrics, do yourself a favor and step back. Reflect on your behavior, because these high-value men are here for a drama-free life. Number 8. Taunts. Let's cut to the chase, because this is no playground. You are not a schoolyard bully, and you're not a high-value man if you tolerate a schoolyard bully. High-value men don't deal in insults, but they know how to deal with them. Firstly, these men are proficient linguistic warriors. They choose their words carefully, because they know how much damage words can inflict. And since these men see the strength of choosing their words, they expect everyone else to have a decent grasp on themselves too. However, they never stoop to the level of aggression or disrespect. Suppose they're ever in the company of someone who uses profane language. In that case, they're assertive in drawing up a shield and calling their behavior out. So if you want to be a high-value man, stop the low-life behavior of dishing out insults and never return one with another. Number 7. Negative vibes. There's no greater buzzkill than negative energy. Imagine being in a social circle and there comes a man with grumpy cat vibes. Can you picture anything more energy draining than that? Pessimistic energy is a shadow that sticks with you and is harder to shake off than a piece of gum on the shoes. So what do high-value men do? They are pro at spotting and dealing with it, because their time and energy are the crown jewels. They're not going to let energy leeches stick with them. The truth is, negative vibes are not just mood killers. They're an express ticket to depression and anxiety. If you're aiming for a high-value life, you need to be able to recognize those dark clouds and build a shield. Remember, the The high-value journey is good vibes only. You need to ditch the downers and ride the positivity wave. Number 6. Disloyalty. Cheating is a forbidden chapter in the book of relationships. That's a given. But for high-value men specifically, it's no joke. It's a trust bomb. The minute it detonates, it shatters faith and leaves nothing but devastation. The thing is, cheating doesn't just mess with your relationships. It causes resentment and hurt and leads to people calling quits. No wonder why cheating is a no-go rule in the high-value men rulebook. These loyal men wave their integrity flags high because they know loyalty and respect are the secret to any successful relationship. So if you don't want to become a historical footnote in the lives of high-value men, then you need to set higher standards of relationships. Number 5. Baseless demands. Don't you hate those times when someone drops a nonsense demand? The worst part is that sometimes they're your friends. Talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. You don't want to bring out the mean attitude, but you don't want to be a doormat. For high-value men, unreasonable demands are intolerable. They don't keep up with any of it. Cue the no-nonsense attitude. But what's an unreasonable demand? Picture someone asking you to paint their entire house by tomorrow using only a toothbrush. That's a solid example. And if you think we're being extreme, nope. Humans are wrecking balls of reason. And that's not even the main problem. What's more crazy is that they're blissfully unaware of it. The golden rule of dealing with these demand droppers is boundaries and backbone. High-value men have got both. They don't shy away from saying no, and they don't get guilt-tripped either. Because if you set the record straight once, you won't have to keep doing it repeatedly. Number 4. Passing judgments. If you have nothing valuable to add, keep your words to yourself. This is a life philosophy for high-value men and everyone in their circle. Pointless criticism and passing judgments are faulty life jackets that would sink you the minute you wear them. Since these men don't stand for bringing other people down with their snide remarks, they don't tolerate any comment on themselves either. Yes, they are self-confident and have solid confidence, but that doesn't mean they'll give you a pass for passing a baseless comment. It's all about keeping a healthy environment. Anything that sabotages that goes right out the door. So if you plan to be a part of alphas, it's time you channel your inner uplifting spirit. Number 3. Rudeness. High-value men consider rudeness an unwanted guest at a party. It's got no place in their life. The thing is that being rude extends beyond just having bad manners. It's about having basic respect for everyone. If you can't conjure that up, you're on a one-way road to making no friends. High-value men won't stand for it in a million years because they know these sassy comebacks and eye rolls are potholes on the road to meaningful connections. As established, they have zero time for drama. And if you bring rudeness to their party, they won't be afraid to show you the exit door. So if rudeness comes knocking, remember this. High-value men don't just close the door. They lock it, change the locks, and install a security system. Number 2. Aggression. If there's one thing high-value men despise, it's aggressive and abusive people. These people are a menace to society. They suck up the confidence and self-esteem of everyone around them like a vacuum cleaner. They thrive on self-driven power and get off from showing their dominance. But the terrible thing with such people is that once they're in your life, they don't stick to only one aspect. From relationships to your career to your sanity, they affect every corner of your life. And high-value men are not punching bags of life. They will immediately cut off ties with anyone who even depicts a bit of abusive behavior. Do you want to unleash your inner Hulk? You can do it in your multiverse. In the world of high-value men, the community is built on respect, trust, and empowerment. Number 1. Unreliability. Newsflash. Unreliability, like all the non-negotiables on this list, is a trust vampire. And nobody's got time for that in a relationship. Think about it. Can you get into a business with someone you can't even trust to come on time? Or can you imagine an unreliable person having your back? No, you can't, because that's equivalent to hitting your foot with an axe. However, we get it. Spotting an unreliable person takes hard-learned lessons and experience. But high-value men have a keen eye for those. High-value men are way too savvy to play that game. They've got a radar for reliability, honesty, and trustworthiness. Why waste time on people who can't even stick to their words? Life's too short for that nonsense. High-value men are all about connections that thrive on trust, so they only create meaningful connections. Enjoyed this video? Drop down a comment and don't forget to subscribe for more.